Hello, in this week's yoga video, we will be covering chest opening poses. Before beginning this yoga sequence, begin with some stretching and a few minutes of meditation. Remember to listen to your body, connecting your breath to your movements at a pace that works for you. You can check out our at-home yoga playlist with both videos covering how to meditate and light stretching. Our first pose is cow pose. Begin on all fours with your knees spread hip length apart and palms on the mat. Start to arch the back so that you're pushing your shoulders back and your stomach towards the mat. Keep the head up and hold your gaze forward. Cat pose. From cow pose, round the back by pulling your stomach in. Allow the head to come downwards towards your mat. Cow pose variation. So you're going to raise your leg up towards the head. From cow pose, raise one leg up at a time towards your head and hold your gaze forward. Child's pose. From cow pose variation, lower your leg down to the mat and gently fold backwards. Bring your forehead to the mat and extend the arms forward, palms down on the mat. So now you're just going to want to repeat from the beginning, raising the opposite leg up in the cow pose variation. Once again, we're going into child's pose. So from cow pose variation, lower your leg down to the mat and gently fold backwards. Bring your forehead to the mat and extend the arms forward, palms down on the mat. The next pose is bow pose. From child's pose, unfold, coming into cobra pose, raising your arms up. At the same time, bend your knees and raise them up so that you can extend your arms backwards to hold your ankles. A modified version of this includes holding onto one leg, a cobra pose variation where you lift your feet towards your head and bring your head backwards. The next pose is bridge pose. Begin by laying flat with your back on the mat. Bend your knees so that the soles of your feet are on the mat. Then, using the soles of your feet and your arms, press into the mat, raising your hips up. Extend your arms and clasp your hands together. Lift your thighs and bottom so that they become parallel to the floor. You can choose to not clasp your hands and just have them flat against the mat as you push up. Next is camel pose. Sit up on the knees, spreading them slightly so that they are shoulder width apart, and now placing your hands on the lower back or on the backs of the feet as you lean back slightly, holding your gaze upwards. So now we're going to repeat these poses once more from the beginning of the sequence. close this sequence, lie down flat on the mat in corpse pose for a few breaths, then slowly sit up. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you soon. Namaste.